Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck?
The results were otherwise unremarkable.
Top of the morning there, Queefo. Fucking kid, you're getting a little taller. You might just end up tall enough to end up in the NBA. We'll see. Your skin color don't really agree with you. What's going on, gang? Welcome back to Unremarkable. Welcome back to the Speakeasy. Another weekends with dad. It only makes sense for St. Patty's Day for you to, just listen, spend some fucking time with Pop in the apartment. We don't have much money to go out. And if we do, you'll probably end up sitting in the car for a little while I go, check in on the pals. All right. I'm your captain, your I don't know, Irish equivalent to a captain. I'm your fucking little guy, your little drinking leprechaun over here. You fucking your host, Goose, Gonzo Guspacho, on all platforms. We got us some Coors Banquet, the Green Coors Banquet, the ever so iconic Green Coors Banquet, debatably the most American beer. Period, because I didn't want to, I didn't want to break the bank with some car bombs. Okay, maybe next episode, maybe on Easter. You ever see the Departed, kid? I fucking love Duncan, kid. All right. St. Patty's Day, man. I don't know that I've ever said it. What could be happening is throughout my life I could have celebrated St. Patrick's Day just right, because I'm not doing there's no, I don't think there's any like actual celebration that Irish people do on St. Patty's Day. Maybe a parade, but I don't know what actually goes down. I'm pretty sure we just get fucked up. I think that's it. I think as an American, especially, any holiday that rolls around is just another excuse, baby. What else was I gonna do? All right. Sometimes the kids got to make dinner for themselves. Listen, he's getting a little old. He can. They got the instructions right there on the box. Okay. I didn't mess around with any beakers or any burners, any Bunsen burners when I was a kid in school. But I what I can tell you is they make the oven pretty self-explanatory. Not a big deal. Pop's asleep. Pop's taking a little cat nap. He'll be back up and he'll be back up at midnight, and we're probably gonna go get some fast food. It makes for a special night for a kid, little midnight snacking on a weeknight. Dad don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're maybe the LGBT ruin that for them. We don't do parades anymore. I can't do a good fucking Irish, and I really wish I could. What the fuck is an L and G and B and T and then Q? What what are you? I can't identify my own son half the time. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe St. Patrick's Day is 17th, the biggest day, Ireland's cultural calendar, national holiday, hosts event throughout Ireland, a celebration. So probably just some pub crawls. Probably just, the same street they've lived on their whole lives, just bar to bar. We're gonna shut her down. If they say the same thing as they do in America, we're gonna do a shot in honor of the IRA. Are they terrible people? But I don't know if the IRA is bad. I know. Hey, these guys were set out to handle some shit, and they accomplished something. I mean, they're at least a militia. I don't know. Shout out to the IRA. Before I know anything about you, I'm gonna give you a shout out. I'll take it back later, maybe if I don't agree with you. Listen, hey, like I said, I bleed red, white, and blue, baby. I don't need me much of an excuse to take me some medicine. What I do know is I love me some Irish whiskey. I always I ride a line there. It almost ends up like older English fella. Who's the Michael Caine?
Mm.
Either Michael Caine or Scottish. Scottish is easy because I just go balls to the wall immediately and I don't fuck it up like I do Jamaican. Jamaican is the hardest goddamn. Shout out Chet Hanks. That out of nowhere, this A-lister's white son is just fucking crazy with a Jamaican accent. I love a Jamaican accent. And I hate that so many people can do it. I hate that so many people, white people, I'm not part of that club. Listen, I already can't roll my R's. I think my thing is too long. That thing on the bottom of your tongue. I think that's actually holding me back. And what's been annoying about living in El Paso for a little while is when I tell any Mexican person this, they think that what they're gonna tell me is gonna be the secret I haven't heard yet. Like it's never been explained to me on how to roll my fucking R's. And I'm like, buddy, I can't. So I got to stand there like an asshole if I divulge this information to a to a brown guy. I have to stand there for 10 minutes going, no, but do you want to fucking work my tongue for me? Then don't answer that question. Shout out Ireland. This was some of the hardest shit to shoot. When I started drinking it, doesn't get easier. Only a little bit. But I have to like continue to drink Jameson. I don't want to have to do that shit. You guys are basically drinking rye. It's like it hits like a rye. It's hard out here. All right. We're and how's it feel to be represented? You know, we got who's the newer fighter, Ian. Damn, I know his fucking name. The cuck, the guy being called a cuck an awful lot. Ian Gary. I don't know if they claim him. I think that one got fucked up. He was just a real Connor super fan, as we all were. Unless you either love or hate Conor McGregor. There's no really I don't care about this guy because he was so in your face. I fucking love Conor McGregor. I fucking love Conor McGregor. I think I love a shit talker. I absolutely love a shit talker, especially when you can back it up. And I'm not talking that fucking MVP from the last fight card that happened. That fucking joker. I don't like how that fight went. I don't like the guy already. If you're dancing in the octagon and you're not like going to war with someone, fuck you. Fuck you. You're darting in and out. I understand. Stick a move. You know what I mean? Listen, the art of boxing. I love it. I always have. But at a certain point, you're running. Dominic Cruz. We just have a new marathon runner in the UFC. This kid's a natural Floyd Mayweather. All you should be running benefit marathons. Speaking of which, we need a benefit that's hard, okay? Benefit marathon. We need one of those for all of our fallen American soldiers, these porn stars that are dying. I don't know if you guys have seen the headlines. I think we've lost 4 in the past 3 months. I'm not good with names, like some of you are. Some of you need some trading cards because it's kind of crazy how many fucking names y'all know. But we're having deaths left and right, and this one was an OD. Jesse Jane at 43. We'll have a OnlyFans in memoriam, I'm sure. At the you'll get to see all of her highlights with Arms of an Angel playing in the background. Yeah, four of them. Cagney, she was the last one. She death by suicide at 36. You know, hey, and you know what? prayers, for to the family, whatever, hey, people are having a tough time when someone suicides themselves. Obviously, that's not funny. But when you think about it, but when you think about what age, not that suicide's appropriate, unless it's like an assisted, I can't do this anymore because of ailments and things like that. That's fine. I totally back that. But when we're talking about just suicide, what age range do you think is like, well, they've had it rough for a while and there's still a long way to go. 21, bad age. Pretty bad age. I don't think you gave it too much of a shot. You got to hang in there for a little while, see what's happening. You got to see how much you can and how much shit you can take, Rocky line, and keep getting back up. It's about how you get up. Teenagers, that's just bad. That's not okay. I don't agree with teenage suicide. I'd seen a couple from people I went to school with. Not cool. Not that it's ever cool. Not that it's ever cool. I have to give a lot of disclaimers this episode already. But 36, I think you probably know how things are going to pan out for you at this point. You're not close to retirement age, but thinking from the standpoint of somebody that's, gonna do themselves away, we're probably never going to be able to retire. A porn star can retire. For sure, a porn star can retire. If you make 70 grand a month, how old do you have to be? You can stop after a half a decade. I'd stop after half a decade. Start some businesses, for Christ's sake. Money kind of takes care of itself when you accumulate enough of it and invest it into certain things. It kind of takes care of itself. You see these rich people going bankrupt over and over and over again, and then we get, new companies or companies come back, and that's it. Money takes care of itself. But 36, 36 ain't so bad. I don't know what the circumstances were, if there was shame involved or whatever have you. I think if you're a woman in the porn industry and you're really crushing it, making a living, I think you've kind of owned the whole system. I think you've won this game. You lived in the right country to do that shit. You know what I mean? You're not getting fucking, torn apart by the city in other countries, like some people do. I won't bring that story up. That was a fucking handful, and that's just depressing. Sophia Leone, 26. That was a homicide. That's nuts. That's alleged homicide. They're investigating it still. We're just on top of things over here, okay? I'm reporting the news today, baby. This is what I do today. It's St. Paddy's Day. I'm informed. I was really scared about the dye making it taste different. Shout out Brea Improv. Fucking love you guys. They don't need it. They might need it. I don't know how they're doing. Jesse Jane, that was an OD at 43. Moment of silence there. Huh? OD at 43? Not judging. Not judging. But unless it's a new drug to you, I feel like you probably should have figured out the dosage by now. At 43, with her boyfriend. Can you look that one up? It was with her boyfriend. That was part of the headline. And if she was just trying to impress some kid with how much coke she can snort at once, then I don't know if I, obvi- obviously we're just joking. But I mean, overdose at 43 is kind of fucking weird to me. That's always a little nuts. Hey, maybe I'm in the wrong. Obviously, I already am. Maybe she lived in California. Maybe it was one of the fentanyl victims. You know, and hey, fucking seriously, my heart actually does go out to these fucking fentanyl victims, because I'm not one to judge. Okay, not very well. I am under the impression that we're all human beings, and some people like to do shit that I don't like to do. I don't think you're a bad person unless it's something that I actually consider to be a bad thing. But you're having a good time. You're in Hollywood. You're making new friends. You're at a party. You go back to whoever's place with them. You want to get a little, 8 ball or whatever, and they're gonna ride the night out. It's actually a victimless crime. But when you just fucking wake up in the hospital, that's fucking so unfair. That's not a victimless crime. The fentanyl pandemic is actually a bad thing, and we're under a new pandemic. We have a new epidemic going on because we're losing sex workers, guys. These heroes, they're heroes. They got us through the pandemic. Do you remember how lonely the pandemic was, kids? It was a pandemic. You're not supposed to go outside. You're not supposed to see people. You're not supposed to interact with nobody. And God forbid you live with a bunch of your buddies, because one of those assholes goes out and then you can't make you can't make money for 2 weeks because you already had your 2 weeks because you came down with COVID, and your fucking employer finds out about your buddy. You live in the same house as him. They're not willing to pay you twice. Do 2 weeks twice. I wouldn't pay. Are you kidding me? It was a epidemic, and these heroes got us through it. A lot of people don't know what it actually means to bleed red, white, and blue. All right? This country, we're a melting pot. Okay? Not everybody's from here. Most aren't, except our producer. All right? Listen, we all we're from a certain place on this rock, and we shouldn't fight that. We should be proud of that. You ever get homesick, you want to stock up on all the things that taste like home. You know what I mean? You got to get loaded up on shit from back home. All right? Listen to me. Go back to where you came from with the ethnic cleanse. All right? This is a meal prep service. It's formulated for your unique dietary preferences and nationality. Okay? You're going to go to ethniccleanse.com. You're going to put in promo Gander. All right? You're going to save up to 7% on this meal prep service. They have weekly plans, they have monthly plans. You can go biannual with these guys. Okay. 7% doesn't sound like too much, except when I tell you, hold on to this. Okay. The shipping is charged in the currency of the country of your choosing. Okay. So it's not even real money. Guys, these are personalized meal plans. Seriously, they're shipped right to your door. All you got to do is heat it up and enjoy. It's cheap, guys. Don't get your savings lost in customs. Okay. Don't settle for diversity any longer. All right. Go back to where you came from with ethniccleanse.com. Promo Gander. Get it. Cause was believed to be a drug overdose, said Saint Lieutenant. I'm not even going to try that. Franco of the Moore Police Department in Moore, Oklahoma. Said officers responded on Wednesday morning for a welfare check at a house where Ms. Lane and her boyfriend, Brett Hansenmuller. I love how formal Ms. Jane is. And what happened with her and her boyfriend, where there needs to be a wellness check done. We're talking about a 43-year-old. What wellness? She's thriving. They were both found dead. Adding that their deaths remained under investigation. I don't know how long. This was January 25th. Guys, This is a problem. How old was the boyfriend? 26? You know? You can't go around trying to impress these kids. Ms. Jane, it's nothing but trouble. These kids. A welfare check. Hansen Mueller. Sounds like a Nazi to me. Rest in peace, Brett Hansen Mueller. I'm sorry, that's not. I got all riled up. Listen, I'm 33 years old. That's not a big deal. I don't find it to be a big deal. Listen, I get upset. I get upset when I find out about these heroes dropping left and right, and they're not coming in threes. Okay? They might have before. You might have seen the video. I'm unaware with Ms. Jane's work. Okay? But you know, when these broads are dropping like flies, all right, these noble sex workers, they do this for you. It's not about the gratuitous money. It's about the consumer, you. It's about the well-being. That's your wellness check. Is anytime you see a video from Ms. Jane, is your wellness check. You're welcome, America and the world. From Ms. Jane. Guys, these are heroes we're talking about. And I'll be goddamned if they die in vain. It won't, not on my watch. It won't happen. He was from Oklahoma. I will say that. And that's the end of that. And that's the end of that. I'm not calling him a bad person at all. Rest in peace, Brett. I'm sure you're a great guy. I'm sure you were great. Born in Oklahoma, raised in St. Louis. Not exactly helping. Not helping. I've been to St. Louis. And we'll leave it at that. We're going to just leave it at that. Yeah, man. Hey, this is something that we have to address. What's going on in Hollywood where these celebrities are dropping left and right? What is happening? The celebrities that are dying are old. They're just of age. You know, the people that have died recently, the Gilbert Godfreys, the Norm Macdonalds. He got old. He had cancer. I understand, but he was still old. Rest in peace, Norm. But listen, we're talking about fucking 26 to 43 here. Okay. This is an epidemic. This needs to be addressed. Say her name. Say her name. God damn it. I feel like Tim Dillon. We need pins with these bitches on it. We need to flood the streets. Make sure these 9-to-5 workers who are trying to pay their alimony can't get to work. All right? We need a whole revolution because our noble sex workers who have served you so well, you know all of their names, are dropping like flies. Fucking shame. Speaking of whores, Madonna made the news again. And you know it's special. Because Madonna, nobody cares about Madonna. They haven't for a while. The biggest thing that happened last with her was she kissed Drake and he wiped his mouth because it wasn't one of his friends or his mom. Certified mama's boy, everybody. Wiped his mouth. When Madonna kisses you, it doesn't matter the past. She's an icon. You lick your lips clean. Okay? You get all the Coke residue off your lips and you lick your teeth. Okay? It's a show. The show must go on. But she made the news because a concert that she did. God, I did not know she was on tour still, but we saw Styx in Oklahoma. So who am I to judge? They put on a show, baby. Styx still fucking kills. By the way, when we went like 2 years ago, they were announcing they were replacing their first member. All these guys are like fucking 70 years old. I mean, kings, absolute kings. Pretty sure they're Canadian. That helps. In my mind, I like Canadians more than I like Americans. She shamed a fan for not standing up during her concert, which I don't know who that was for, because if that's going to make the news, I mean, what are you, Travis Scott? Why are you giving a fan shit for not standing up during the concert? Lo and behold, this fan was in a fucking wheelchair. And I have to agree with Madonna on this one. I have to agree with Madonna. You send it to the back.
Oh my God.
You send that thing to the back where I can't see it because it's distracting. I'm a performer as well, Madonna. I understand how distracting these kinds of things can be. You're hindering what this show could have been if you don't stand for a musician, for a singer, this iconic woman. If you don't stand for her, all right, it's like not standing during the anthem to Madonna. Madonna, because she's a performer, you have to understand how she sees this. She sees someone sitting at the front of the crowd. For 35 years, I haven't seen anybody sitting during my concert. You don't kneel. What's one of her songs? I don't even know one of her fucking songs. You don't kneel
Like a virgin?
for like a virgin. All right? You send that thing to the back. You get it out of my face. These things throw off performers, okay? The show could have been great if she wasn't so distracted by somebody hobbling around in their chair, hopping up and down. They're having a blast. So then why aren't you standing? What a crazy bitch. I love seeing the clips of comics that are like, you know, they're trying to I saw one just today, I think, and this guy is talking about, do I look like a cool youth pastor to you? I'll find out who it was. She goes, I'm blind. And it kind of stopped, you know, for a comedy show that works because you get to go, oh shit, I'm an asshole in body language. And it makes them laugh. The crowd typically loves that, but I want to know. I would love to have been a fly on the wall in that bathroom stall of a concert to see how people reacted to Madonna. Like, what did she say? Did she go, "Hey, you motherfucker"? I want to know how vulgar she was at that fan, how appalled she was. Maybe you don't know who Madonna is. I don't know if you've heard the news, been around for a while. All right? She's an icon. You pay her some fucking respect. Oh my God. I love anytime, actually, now that I think about it, anytime Madonna's in the news, it's something that went wrong with her. So I have sympathy. I get it. I don't hear about Madonna unless something goes wrong. She looks a little bit like plastic surgery Adele. I haven't seen a picture of her in a while. I mean, where do you go from there? If it was in the if it was in the beginning of the show, I don't know at what point in time what her set list was. Hey, maybe these weren't the bangers. Maybe these weren't quite the hits yet. Maybe it was something she was just trying out. I've been there. You know, something you're trying out, people don't respond to it. Okay, you go, fuck, we'll take that back to the drawing board and we'll try again. What are you doing sitting down over there? She yelled from on stage, pointing into a cheering crowd. What are you doing sitting down? Oh my God. Yes. Fucking, I love it so much. Oh, I'm in adorance of this. Upon walking to the edge of the stage and taking a closer look, the singer added, "Oh, okay. Politically incorrect. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're here." Didn't win that one. Politically incorrect. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're here. I need that on a shirt. Dude. I don't mean to be ableist, Ms. Madonna. I don't mean to be ableist. But they choose to sit, Madonna. You need to double down, is what you need to do. If they cared at all, they'd have put splints on, they'd have gussied themselves up with their finest bamboo splints. They had time. They bought these tickets months ahead, Madonna. Don't you keel over. Don't you show your belly. Okay? I'm behind you, Madonna. And if they'd have had somebody behind them, they would have been standing up and not distracting you from your art, Madonna. Sons of bitches. They think they could just, we had to put a ramp up for this guy. We didn't have a ramp. It's a very steep, narrow staircase. We had to make a pulley system and drag this guy up to the front of the stage. Oh my God. I love it. Fuck. I love it. 2.4 million views on TikTok. Where it was first posted. I would hope so. That's one of the problems with TikTok. Is you could use a sound. Listen, most people don't even think about where the original sound came from. When you go to a sound on something, you see all the videos that have used this sound. They show the original sound up top and you can play that, but they don't show the original post. Because the Chinese don't care about they don't care about intellectual property. And that's the one flaw that China has. That's it. That's it. Historically known for not caring about intellectual property. China, fix it. Fix it, China. Because everything else, we're on board. Okay? You're running the best application. You're running the tits, the kids call it, of the operation, of the whole social media operation. Elon Musk can give all the shit he wants to Meta, but he didn't say a goddamn thing about TikTok shutting down last week. He didn't say shit about it. And the publicity that you guys are getting over at TikTok is what Elon wants. Elon wants people to say that they're gonna take X away from America because it is totally in Elon's agenda to be a cancelable person. This is one of the problems with people nowadays, where when you get to be popular or you're trying to be popular and you want to be the bad boy, you want to be the leather jacket on the internet, where you're like, I'm the bad guy, baby. We don't do that here at Unremarkable. We don't believe in it. You're going to enable yourself to be an asshole. And that's just not a great formula. Everybody that is on Twitter has been on Twitter for 20 years now. And do you I had to start getting back into Twitter because of this. Do you know how hard it has been for me? Do you know how the struggle I've endured on trying to get back into Twitter? I have to ask people about X. Okay? I don't need to go around asking my friends if they're on Threads. Okay? Do you got a Threads account yet? I don't need it. It's just the worst application. Elon, you've done great things, but you really bought a trash bag, didn't you? I mean, listen, we're talking about, and this is, everybody wants to say how smart Elon is, but you're stupid like me. That's why I love ya. You're dumb just like me. And how I know you're dumb, and I say this with love. How I know you're stupid like me is you make improper investments, like pay for a whole social media platform millions of dollars for the only platform that includes reading. You couldn't have bought the picture book that is Instagram. Where's your marketing team, guy? Okay? Because I got things to say about this. Why would you pay for a book? You're gonna pay for a book? I'll find a librarian easy. Okay? It's the easiest thing to steal. Yet you paid. I've never heard, I don't think we've ever heard of somebody buying a social media platform. Making one, sure. We're all on Truth, right? We're all on truth.org. Okay? But when you get there, you realize nobody's well read. That's the difference between X and truth.org, is that at least on Twitter, they're well read because they have to be. Listen, I think that it was very appropriate to have a limited amount of characters on Twitter because there's only so much anybody can say. Most people have nothing opinions. I'm not trying to like give anybody too much shit for not being well read. Tom Bien, baby. You know what I mean? Fucking samesies. All right. I maybe 4 books, like good books though. Like obviously I'm not Floyd Mayweather. I don't think, Green Eggs and Ham as a book. I don't look at it like that. That's child literature. And that's not a book. Okay? Listen, I'm upset about my books not having pictures in them anymore as well. I think that was part of the reason that my reading deteriorated. I just didn't I didn't I'm not having fun. And it doesn't take much for me to have fun, but there's guidelines, okay? Twitter, just not that great, man. You guys need all the videos. You need more videos. You need more. You need more pictures and videos to cater to your demographic, because we all love us some picture books. Obviously, the people on X, I think, are very well read. Not giving that credit to Elon. I don't know how well read he is. Shout out Cat Williams. You know what I'm talking about? Way too well read. But hey man, yeah, you need all the pictures. You need all the help us read. God damn it. Because you got these kids now that are adults. And listen, we had to have a shout out from the Blues Clues guy recently. That's how well things are going. We had to get this guy going, hey, I think you're doing great. And it was basically just one of these affirmation ASMRs that people think that they need. Hey, listen to that inner voice. All right. If it's calling you a bitch, especially, You just might need a kick in the pants. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I live a self-deprecating life as is. That's just what I do to myself. Listen, and you would think I belonged on Twitter because of that. Not the case. Not the case. But the more I see the things that I'm seeing on Twitter, the more enthralled I become. Madonna. I mean, gem of the week. Honestly, that was my favorite headline. I really actually am sad about seeing our heroes fall on Twitter. And it's the only place that I see it is Twitter, because there's so much fucking going on Twitter. Fucking green beer, baby. Shut up, Ray Improv. Guys, there's too much fucking going on Twitter. Listen, do the following of the pod. Check us out on the Instagrams, the TikToks, the Twitters, Goose Comedy on Facebook. That's just for the older watchers. Obviously, the kids these days aren't really on Facebook. It's just where you kind of stalk people you just started working with. Do the following of the pod. Check us out. Unremarkable pod, Unremarkable, X Unremarkable, all that shit. Check me out, Gonzo_Gaspacho on all platforms. Do the following, do the liking, the sharing, subscribing, all of which you can. Check us out, man. Show us some love. God knows we're showing it to you. Rest assured, we'll be back next week, shaking babies, kissing titties, signing hands. Miss me. To the Irish. Clink.